Hi everyone, welcome to this nutrition series. My name is Elizabeth and I'm one of the farmers at Buena Vista Community Garden. First, let me tell you a little bit about myself. During the last 6 years, I have studied and practiced teaching, organic gardening, seed saving, art making, landscaping, cooking nutritious food, and organizing community events. I have a strong interest in helping people connect with and support one another through art, food, and gardening. Through my experiences healing and living with chronic illnesses like type 1 diabetes and gut imbalances, I've learned that quality, nutritious food can be effectively used as preventative and restorative medicine. And I believe it's important not only to create broader access to nutritious food, but to have systems in place for sharing the knowledge of how to grow, prepare, and use food. So, we'll be going on a journey together through topics like the importance of organic growing methods, the role of bacteria in the soil and in the body, the benefits of fermentation, how to get the most benefit out of nuts, beans, and grains that you eat, as well as the importance of fats and animal products. Some of the information I'll be going over is what I've learned from nutrition classes and reading. Other information will be based on my own experiences, as I've cultivated more awareness of my own body's needs. What makes you feel the most healthy will be specific to you, so I highly encourage giving yourself lots of time and space to experiment with any adjustments you might want to make to your diet. My own journey has stretched over years and involved much trial, error, and successes. I'm usually able to tell now with the first bite of food, sometimes even just the way it smells, whether or not it'll sit well with my body. I think this ability can come quite easily. The harder part for me has been learning to listen to my body than actually do what it asks. Like, I love chocolate, but sometimes I can tell that the caffeine in it would be too irritating for my stomach. Just because I know this doesn't mean it's easy to listen. Sometimes I'm going to choose to eat something that isn't exactly in line with what my body wants, and that's okay. There are many ups and downs with the trend, but it's generally upward. So a huge part of this process of navigating health for me has been cultivating my patience for my process. But anyway, let's get into today's topic. I'll be going through a lot of information, so I encourage y'all to hit pause, revisit certain sections, or dig deeper into any concepts that interest you. And there'll also be a glossary at the end of the video. So, what do I mean when I say organic? I mean food grown without the use of pesticides, genetically modified seeds, or synthetic fertilizers. Why might you care about these things, you ask? One reason might be that pesticides and herbicides are specifically designed to kill living things. One of the most commonly referred to pesticides is Roundup, which has glyphosate as the main ingredient. This pesticide works by blocking the shikimic acid pathway, which is the primary amino acid production pathway present in plants, fungi, parasites, and most bacteria. So the claim in support of the safety of Roundup is that animals do not have the shikimic acid pathway for amino acid synthesis. However, we acquire most of our amino acids from other animals and plants in our diet through symbiotic relationships with microorganisms. In other words, while this pesticide does not harm our human cells directly, it is harmful to the beneficial gut bacteria that allow us to properly break down and absorb the food we eat. Now, why do we need synthetic fertilizers? Why are they necessary? Synthetic fertilizers add nutrients to the soil, but are only necessary in contexts like large-scale industrial farming, where soil is being depleted by monocropping, growing a bunch of the same crop in the same area over a long period of time and taking out the same nutrients from the soil so it gets depleted. In healthy ecosystems, nutrients are constantly returning to the soil through decomposition. There's a wide diversity of multicellular and microbial life at work underground, breaking down plant and animal matter into fertile soil. Here at the farm, we build our soil health by growing cover crops that return nutrients to the soil, adding plant matter back into the soil, and adding a layer of compost each time we plant. We make the compost we use. We get our nitrogen from food waste collected from the community and manure from local farms, while our carbon comes from wood chips we get from local tree cutters. After a few turns over the course of a few weeks, and some watering, our compost is ready to use now that the microbes have digested and left behind raw materials for our plants to use. Microbes are key to making micronutrients like vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants available for plants to absorb. While synthetic fertilizers can rescue a plant that's dying, in the long term, they weaken and sicken plants by imbalancing their nutrients. When plants aren't getting the right balance of nutrients, the humans eating them don't get the right balance either. Here's a little info about nutrients. There are two categories, macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients are carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. We need larger amounts of these because we use them for energy, calories. Micronutrients are vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, which we need in smaller amounts. Organic food has higher quantities of the minerals we need more of, like magnesium, for example, which helps maintain normal muscle and nerve function. It keeps heart rhythm steady, supports a healthy immune system, and it keeps your bones strong. Magnesium also does things like helping regulate blood sugar and promoting normal blood pressure. Organic food also has less of the minerals that have damaging effects when present in high levels, like chromium, strontium, and manganese. Organic food also has higher levels of antioxidants, which are linked with lower risk of cardiovascular disease, lower risk of neurodegenerative disease, and lower risk of cancer. Here's a little extra information about antioxidants. They act on free radicals in the body. These are unstable molecules that you can be exposed to from things like sunlight and air pollution, but they are also naturally formed when the body converts the food you eat into energy. The trouble comes when levels of these unstable molecules get out of balance. But consuming vegetables with high levels of antioxidants, as in organics, can help keep your body in balance. Right now, I'm cooking some kale from the farm, which is extremely rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber. First, I'm steaming it until I'm satisfied with its softness. I find it to have a better flavor and to be much easier to digest once it's been steamed or boiled. I'm adding thyme, also from the garden, which is a great thing to eat right now with all these fires, because it cleans the lungs. It has volatile oils which are excreted through the lungs, and these oils cleanse the lungs as they're released. I'm also adding some parsley, which is high in vitamin K, and some basil flowers. And I'll add some black pepper, which improves absorption and increases the bioavailability of other herbs and nutrients. I'm also adding some of this fire cider I made, which has garlic, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, rosemary, nettles, and black pepper in some apple cider vinegar.